Hello everyone and welcome to a new vlog! I'm so sorry about how husky I sound. I've not been well. I've been a bit under the weather, struck down with sort of like a chesty cough. Been taking my strepsils and just trying to get on with it, battling through it. And today we are back in Singapore. This is our second to last time here, and I know that next time that Assistant Producer Director Aaron wants to go with me to a VR experience. So today is the only day I've got left to go to Adventure Cove water park. So I've just decided, let's do it. I am feeling still a little bit groggy and under the weather. Probably not the best idea to go to a water park, but hey ho, you've got to live life in the fast lane, haven't you? How uncool do I sound there? So I'm gonna go purchase my tickets online. I'll let you know how much it was and how much that would be in pounds, and then let's go to the water park. Oh, I'm so excited. And now it's time for your fortnightly Singapore Sentosa Resort sign watch with Martin. It's changed again. I know that some of you might be thinking, Martin, you haven't ventured very far in Singapore. You've literally gone to the same place every single time. But the reason I do that is because that I don't have much time off the ship to go and explore. I like being somewhere that's a bit closer, and what can I say, I'm a big kid, and you know that from the Disney vlogs. So I love theme parks, I love attractions, I love water parks. So like Sentosa Resort, it's like it's made for me. It is so much quieter now that the Chinese New Year is over. There's hardly anybody around. So this looks promising. Because I didn't get the express pass for Adventure Cove. How much was it? I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it only included 3 rides, so I didn't think there was much point. Adventure Cove, it's a water park here in Singapore. Water slides and lazy rivers, both multiple and single riders. Look out, here comes Adventure Cove. The aquarium is this way, and I didn't notice this the last time, but there's all these like funny quotes. I think this one's my favourite. Oh crab, I'm that old? So from last time I know that it's the same price on the door as it is on the internet. So it was 38 Singapore dollars, which comes out at about £21 to get into the water park, which I think is a great deal. I'm in! Right, let's go and get a locker. So I thought for a minute I was in trouble, but there is a card reader. So we're gonna rent a locker. We're just gonna do a small locker. There's only one of me. Gotta choose my favourite colour. My locker number is A122. And here it is. Oh yeah, loads of space, goes quite far back. So, let's just have a wander around first and see what we've got. Well, first thing is Adventure River. Oh, this is good. They've got storage racks so I can put my flip-flops there. Don't have to burn my feet as I go around. I like these octopus themed tops of the wall. All different colours. So this is the Adventure River. It looks quite quiet at the minute. Oh, I love the theming of this. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be good. So I checked online. I'm not going to be able to take my waterproof camera on any of the rides, but we'll go around now. We'll try and see if we can spot them using this camera so that you know what they look like. And then I'll give you my feedback after each of them. We'll also have a look at all the theming. It is so hot today. Yesterday it was about 32 degrees. I'm not sure what it is today. So this is going to be the first time I've been in any water during this contract. This is how dead it is currently here. All these sunbeds are actually available. This is Dolphin Island. And this is Ray Bay. Can you see them? Stingray, da 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 da. That was actually one of my favourite childhood programmes. I wanted the toy so bad, the actual boat. There's a maze you can go through, a wet maze. I don't know if it's just for kids or whether adults can go through as well. We'll find out. Look at that, look at how cool that is with the cable car going over the top. If I go this way, there's Riptide Lounge, Adventure Cove Lookout. Oh, that's if you go up the stairs. Then there's Rainbow Reef, Slides and Blue Water Bay, Bay Restaurant, First Aid, hopefully I won't need that. And then back that way where we've just been. Oh, there's a shark encounter, I think you pay extra for that. Dolphin Island and Rare Bay. Riptide Lounge, should we go and have a look up there? Got a feeling that's going to be a bar. Look at these. Are they tortoises? Spitting out the water at you. Just looking at the instructions of the wet maze, telling me a bit about it, and there's like a ropes course element. Physically demanding, involves traversing through obstacles at height, and requires a belay for safety. I don't think I brought my wrist strap for my waterproof camera, unfortunately, but I might go through it and then let you know how it went. So this is Riptide Lounge, and it's for annual and season pass holders only. This is cool, we're inside of the cave. Don't know where we're going. I always have this problem. Which one is this? Is this a stalagmite or a stalactite? And which one is this? Is that a stalagmite or a stalactite? Let me know. Civilization, we made it out. We're out with a cave. Ooh, where do these stairs go? Just gonna look out over everything. So I've just gone up the stairs there, and then there's this smaller rope course that you can do if you want. And they've got like buckets there filled with water, and then they just fall on top of you. Wow, I'm glad I came up here. So there's the Hard Rock Hotel, which in a previous vlog I've been up to. Then you've got, that's like the Maritime Museum. Over there you've got the ship, and then down here, here's an overview of the Dolphin Bay. Don't know where the sharks are. So that rope course that we just saw is actually the wet maze. So I thought it was something different, but it's not. It's the wet maze. I thought it was going to be inside, but it's not. So that's it there. Look at those buildings over in the distance. The architecture, look how the middle one is just like bending. Incredible. What's that little seahorse? What did you say? I wish Helena was here. I know, so do I. Anyway, I'll see you later, seahorse. We want Helena, we want Helena. I know, so do I. I'm a bit confused, because wet maze, it says to go in there, and wet maze, I've just been up, it's up there. But this is what I'm talking about. So there's the slides. I don't think there's a lot of slides, I think it's quite a compact water park, a bit like Universal. So these are multiple rider slides, but I've looked on the internet and you can do single rider, and I looked to see what the weight was if you're a single rider, maximum weight, and it was like 18 stone, so I'm alright. I'll be able to go on them. This thing in the middle looks cool. It's a bit like Swiss Family Robinson. Just a little slide. Is that Rainbow Reef? Look at this stand. Now that is some good theming. Hot dogs and drinks. And they're actually selling them from inside a hot dog. No, I was wrong. That's not Rainbow Reef. That's called the Big Bucket Tree House. Silly Martin. Hot dog, by the way, is $6 Singapore. Oh, I can't quite believe. I said this when I walked around Universal, but I can't quite believe I'm in a water park in Singapore. Ooh, this looks nice. The Bay Restaurant. Look at this. Pretty empty at the minute. So if you don't want to get yourself a hot dog, instead, you can go to the Bay Restaurant. A monster platter. Monster curry platter. Or a monster pasta platter. Oh, they've got some desserts as well. You can get a mango tango bingsu, an Oreo chocolate bingsu, or a mixed fruit bingsu. What's a bingsu? Here's some other things that are additional. You got the ray bay, where you can get hands on with a stingray. Open ocean dive. That looks intense. Shark encounter. Well, I know I'm a big fan of James Bond, but I think that's a bit too much for me. Or you can do, oh, people have done this before in the Caribbean when I've been on ships. The sea trek adventure. You put this weird helmet on and you can just walk along the bottom of the pool or the sea. I've just seen that you can get a chicken burger with fries. It's called an all-day favourite. Includes a soft drink or drinking water. Or hot dog or chicken burger with fries. Why do all the snack carts look so cool? This one's a submarine. Looks like something out of Thunderbirds. I have found Rainbow Reef. So we've got all sorts of tropical life, I think, inside Rainbow Reef. Look at me sounding like I know what I'm talking about. Oh, you get to snorkel with them if you want. I know, Helena, that would be your worst nightmare. You're not a snorkeler, are you? Look at the size of that fish. I don't know if you have to pay to do this one or whether you can just go ahead. If you can, that'd be an awesome thing to do with the underwater camera. I'm at another starting point for Adventure River. And look at all those just sitting around. You don't have to fight for them. So I'm here on a Monday. It's no public holiday anywhere. These crabs are just making me think, shiny! So this area, Splashworks and the Adventure Cove Lookout, they don't open until midday. And the crazy thing is, it's only 25 to 12. It's not even midday yet. I've had such a big look around already. I just inquired about Rainbow Reef and whether I could take the waterproof camera, and she said yes. So we're going to go and have a little swim with some fishies in a little bit. I might do that first actually, I don't know, I might go into the Adventure River, go around with that, and then do the old Rainbow Reef. Let's go and have a look quickly at the slides. Got different life jackets for the lazy river. Light blue's child's, green youth, yellow adults, orange adult, dark blue adult. This always happens, every water park I go to, I always go to the busiest locker station, although it's not too busy today. But like in Volcano Bay, I went to the first locker station. There's always a locker station further into the park. So make sure you have a look around first, because there's absolutely nobody there. Here we are, so we got dueling racers. Oh, they're coming down now. Cool. I always tend to injure myself on these sorts of ones where you've got to grab the mat. I don't follow the instructions properly, I end up hitting myself in the face. That happened at Volcano Bay. We've got these little cabanas. So this one's available. And if you want to get this, you just have to approach a team member for assistance. Nice little shaded area. It's got a locker there as well. I found Blue Water Bay. So this is like the wave pool section. That looks nice. Be going in there later. You can't take any flotation tubes in there though. Any rubber rings. So here we are. The slides. You got spiral washout and whirlpool washout. And the other two slides are tidal twister and pipeline plunge. Oh, this is cool. You actually go up with it. So something which just filled me with confidence is that I saw one guy going down one of the slides when it was meant to be a multiple rider. Okay, now I'm lost. How do I find my way back to the locker? Going a different way here. I haven't gone up the stairs, instead I'm just walking straight through the bottom of the cave. is the Adventure River. Oh, look at the bats! Helena, you would not like that. I'm Batman. They're freaky. Yay, I found my way back. I love that the way you open it is, the locker that is that it's your date of birth and your favourite colour. So now I'm going to swap over to the waterproof. We are now on the waterproof camera, the YI light, in case you're interested. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to go around to where the Rainbow Reef area is, because that was the place where it was easier to get into the Adventure River. You want to say hello? Hi! Hey! What I do love is that people are so friendly in this part of the world. How's the orange? Does it suit me? Oh, I needed this. I might just stay in this all afternoon. Perfect place to come to if you're not handling the heat very well and you just want to relax. It's nice and relaxing as well because it's not busy. Might be a different story like a weekend or a public holiday. Going through some sort of weird forest. Have I mentioned before how much I love water parks? Helena, when's our next Florida trip? Look how empty this is. I'm the only one. There's nobody that way, and there's nobody that way. I'm in trouble. This octopus is gonna get me covered in water. We're gonna get hit. Oh, just missed. My feet got it. Oh, it's gonna get me. Oh. I was just on the knees. Someone's missed my head. I would actually like it to go over my head though, because I can feel my head starting to burn. There is always a big open cave with a giant waterfall, isn't there? Ow! How's the hair? Oh, this is cool. We get to see into the tanks. We've got these really cool bits where you can actually see into all the different tanks. So this is all the rays, all the stingrays. I ditched it. I'm a turtle. Hey, I'm a turtle. That was a long river, a long lazy river, adventure river, but it was cool. And the way that they had like all the tanks that you could see into as you went round, that was like a little added extra that I didn't know about. So now, let's go and do Rainbow Reef, shall we? Splashworks is now open. Let's go and do a ride, shall we? But which one? I'm going to do the Riptide Rocket, but I've got to leave you here. So the way that all panned out, basically, Riptide was down when I went to queue for it, so I ended up doing all of the other slides before Riptide. Riptide was actually the last one that I did, and I'll tell you about each of them when I get the proper camera. I want to go get some food now. If I've got time. I've no idea what the time is. I was actually dreading looking at my watch because I thought that I was going to have to go, but it is only 10 to 2, which means I've got maybe about an hour and a half. So grab some food and then perhaps go in the wave pool. That might be a nice way to finish. So I know that I was trying to do the Riptide ride first, but I'm so happy in a way that it was down, because the order that I did the rides was perfect in terms of like how they escalated in speed and how I enjoyed them. Like Riptide I did last and it was the most enjoyable, but all the rides were so cool. No wonder you couldn't take your camera on though, because every one of them was quite quick. So it's picked up a little bit. It's got a little bit busier. But let's go and see if we can get that chicken burger. I had this the other day, somebody on the ship actually got me some, and it's amazing. Fanta grape. That was speedy, about 10 minutes. Got my Fanta grape, got my chicken burger, and I could pay on card, which is fantastic. And it came out as 16 Singapore dollars. So that works out at about £8–9. Can you tell that I googled that because some of the chips have disappeared? This is one good burger. So I've had my food, had the chicken burger. I'm now just going to show you around what I went on and what I did. So we're just here on my left hand side, we got the Rainbow Reef, and that was one of the highlights of the day actually. Snorkeled all the way around this giant pool. You will have seen the footage of all the fish underneath the water. It was my first time of using the underwater camera to catch like sea life. And I was really proud of myself actually, because I'm asthmatic and obviously it's to do with breathing and snorkeling. You have to really take long breaths and not breathe through your nose and stuff. So I actually managed to do it all the way around. It's the longest that I've ever snorkeled. So it actually made me a bit confident for if I ever did it in the open sea. Although I'd have to do it alone because Helena hates it. So this is it here. You enter over on that side, you're given a life jacket and goggles and a snorkel, and then you like step off of a platform and then it becomes really deep water, and then you just go right the way around, and it seemed like it was ages that I was going around. And there's so many different kinds of fish, and it's weird that they're like directly around you but they don't touch you. Piece of advice when you're vlogging, look where you're going, just stub me toe. Hopefully I'm alright. So the only ride I haven't been on is dueling races, but I'm not too worried about that. And the first time you go on a ride, you get weighed and then you get a stamp on your hand. So then every other ride you go on, you just show the stamp and they don't have to weigh you again. So the first rides that I did Tidal Twister and Pipeline Plunge. And those were rides where you just went, you could go in a multiple rider tube or you could just go in a single tube. So I went down in the single tube. The first one, the Pipeline Plunge, I went on Tidal Twister first of all, so that was quite a spinny one. So that just kept swirling until you got down to the bottom. I don't think David, Helena's dad, would appreciate that one. But it went quite fast, and a bit of it was in the dark with some lights. And then I went on the Pipeline Plunge, and that was a lot more drops. It wasn't like one steep drop, it was just a few different drops till you got to the bottom. So that was fun. I think on that one I preferred Tidal Twister, but they were good starting off points for rides. So I'd count them as more of the gentle side. And then a little bit more intense, you've got Spiral Washout and Whirlpool Washout. Now for this one, I couldn't get a single tube, I had to have a two-person tube, but I just sat in the front. By the way, you need the right colour tube before you go down the slide, and I learned that the hard way because I carried my tube all the way up after I'd already been on the Spiral Whirlpool one. Carried the yellow tube all the way up to the top to go on the other one, and he said you can't go on the other one unless you've got a green tube. So I had to go down the Spiral Washout twice, which I didn't mind, and then I had to go back up with the green tube. And that one was even better because that one, it like made you think you were going to go one way on the ride, and then it took you a different way and slowed you down and sprayed you with a load of water. So that was really cool. It was quite unique. So there mightn't be many rides, but every ride is uniquely different. And then I ended with the Riptide rocket, and that was the best one. I'm so glad I ended on that. It's like the one in Volcano Bay. It's a water coaster, but the tube that I was sitting on, it felt like there was nothing to it. And at points when I was getting fired down and then shot up, I was nearly coming out of the tube. So that was great. Riptide Rocket was my absolute favourite, and I just kept picturing Nikki, Helena's mum, screaming her head off at Volcano Bay because she would have done the same here. But yeah, that was my favourite. I didn't say anything about wait times. Riptide Rocket had the longest wait time, but then again I think that was about 15 minutes. And then the other rides, it was 5 minutes maximum. So I've managed to get around everything, didn't have to do the express pass. So this is the exit to the wave pool rides. They came out backwards. When I did it, I went down forward on both of them. So let's end the way that I said it was going to end. We're going to go to the wave pool.
Picked up a bit, I got pushed all the way to the back. Still getting pushed.
So I'm all ready to go. But let's pop inside the Reef and Wave Wear shop first. You gotta go to the shop, haven't you? Get yourself some aloe vera, soothes, cools and replenishes. I think after today I might need that. I've got some in my cabin actually. If you're after goggles, saw a lot of people with these water pistols. Flood Force. They didn't have any Adventure Cove t-shirts. If they had had a t-shirt, I probably would have bought it, because you know what I'm like. So I've just exited. That was it. That was my day at Adventure Cove water park. That's brilliant, because I didn't even think I was going to be able to do that. I thought I'd run out of time in Singapore, but yeah, I've conquered it. Woohoo! As I've exited, I've seen this over here. That is the shark encounter. So they keep the sharks in a very separate place. Put your diver suit on and go and swim with them. Maybe one day, but not today. I went in about 11 o'clock, 11:15, and it's now 3:15, and I managed to get around everything that I wanted to get around. Ideally, you know, if I had all day to spare, what I would start doing now is I did sit down on a sun lounger for a bit, and I could have quite easily fallen asleep, and it was in the shade as well. So you could have done the rides and then had a nice relax afterwards, but I'm a bit short on time. So I did the rides, did the wave pool, did the snorkeling, done loads, and now I've got to head back to the ship. I think I'm going to be naughty again and go to Hershey's. The cookies and cream chocolate was just, oh, incredible. Hi Universal. So Chinese New Year is down and they've got presents up there for like Sesame Street. Must be an anniversary. And so it is that time in the vlogs from the ship where I forgot to record an outro. It's becoming a common theme, isn't it? I was useless. So that's the perfect place to leave this vlog. Well, because that was the last clip that I filmed on that day. I mean, I have to leave it here. But also, I mentioned Sesame Street and the anniversary at Universal Studios. Well, at the beginning of this vlog, I mentioned that the next time we go to Singapore, that was going to go to the VR experience. Well, that didn't happen. So instead, what I did, I went back to Universal Studios for the Sesame Street anniversary. So that will be next week's vlog. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye!